going on, man? Frank Rich from aestheticmuscle.com coming at you today. And in this video, we're going to discuss and talk about the lat pull down. And I'm going to go over a few different variations and applications of the exercise. And then in a few minutes, I'm going to reveal to you the best lat pull down variation that I can guarantee you're probably not doing. Now, first I want to address the name of the exercise because I think most people get confused with the lat pull down because they think if they're pulling from up here, it's always and guaranteeing that it's going to work their lats. And there's so many variables that are going to dictate what part of your back is working as far as lats, rhomboids, traps, mid-back, rear delts even as well. So we first need to address those variables and make sure that if we're trying to train our lats with a pull down, we know exactly how and what we need to do that. So whip grip, handle placement, upper body, torso positioning, and then elbow path is really the variables that are going to determine what part of our back is working. So understand first that if you're performing a pull down variation, you need to first determine what muscle group you're trying to work, and then everything else can be determined from that point. So as far as the different types of variations, just a few of them, because I'm not going to cover all of them in this video because this is really about the best one that I know you're probably not doing. But we can start with probably the most common and the most performed one is going to be a wide grip pull down. So this is where you're going to see most people really focus on kind of pulling and rowing in this particular fashion. Now this will get a little bit of your lats involved, but it's really more of a terrace, upper back, and even rear delt exercise. What we need to remember when we're doing back exercises, the path that whip our elbow and our upper arm travels is really dictating what part of our back is working. So if we're rowing in this plane, we can see that that really lines up more with our upper back than anything else as far as what's being worked. So the wide grip variation is really an upper back pull down. Now, if we're trying to train our lats, this is probably going to be more of a mid-width grip, underhand placement, or even a single arm pull down. And what we want to focus on doing is really pulling down and back first. Our lats run in a vertical plane first, and then they wrap and attach at our spine. So if we're focused on performing or rowing with our lats, we want to be rowing in this particular plane. So this can be done obviously with an underhand medium width grip, single hand underhand grip, or even a one arm pull down. Now, you can also do a close grip. This is going to be more of a mid-back exercise. And when I do this particular one, I do like to get a little bit more of a lean back, just so I can make sure that I'm really focused on pulling to my mid-sternum here, and really getting my mid-back, rhomboids, erectors, really involved in rowing the movement. Now, the key with all of these is that we make sure we're locked in stone. Our glutes, our hamstrings, our ass is really tight down into the pad, driving our knees into the pad. Use that pad to brace and support your upper body because you don't want anything moving other than the joints that are involved in training the back. So that's a few of the variations, but I know you guys are ready to find out what is the one that you're probably not doing. Now, a lot of people are going to avoid doing this exercise because it does take a little bit of a setup to get involved. You may have to use a piece of equipment that's not built in your gym, and it may get some eyeballs on you because it's out of the ordinary from what most people are doing. But if that's something that prevents you from doing a particular exercise, then you probably need to reevaluate how important it is for you to build an ideal physique, because there should be nothing that stops you from doing an exercise that's going to be more efficient, more optimal, and is going to better help you train the muscles that you're trying to build. So don't let that setup prevent you from doing this exercise. But what I'm talking about, guys, is I'm talking about a chest supported lat pull down. Simply all you need to do is grab an incline bench and pull it over to your cable station. I've been in hundreds of gyms throughout the country, and I usually know that the cables are close to the benches, so it's not going to take you a lot of travel and time to get there. But grab a bench, pull it over, and set it up in front of the cable machine. Now, as far as the incline that you want to work with, you want to be in about a 60 to 70% incline. I know all benches are going to be a little bit different, so find the one that best allows you to really feel those muscles working. You don't want to be too vertical because you do want to have that line of force at a good angle. You don't want to be too far down because then it's performing more of a bicep than anything else. So find about a 60 to 70% incline and get it close to where you can really, like I said, feel the lats working. Now, why this exercise is more optimal in my opinion than all the other variations, because it allows you to put your upper torso and upper body in a fixed and locked position. As we've talked about in some of our previous videos with our rowing movements, anytime we can stabilize and brace our upper body and only allow the muscles working to move, we're gonna get more output, more tension placed through that muscle. So you don't have to worry about stabilizing your upper body, getting your core, getting your embracing your spine, because all that is there for you with the bench. So obviously the bench is there, so use it. So as you're pulling down, focus on intently driving your chest forward into the pad. Use the bench for what it's there. It's used there for artificial support, artificial stabilization, to really allow you to better contract the lats. Now, what I've done here is I've actually taken a wide grip, but I've placed free motion cable handles on there. What that does is that gives me a little bit more free range of motion with my hands. It allows me to take less tension off my elbows, off my wrists, and really just focus on moving the lats through their natural range of motion. So with grip, handle placement, all of this can be dictated by you, what feels best for you. But remember guys, if you're trying to work your lats, they do run in a vertical plane this way. So you want to focus on retracting at your scapula first, depressing your shoulder blades, and then bringing everything down. Then you'll get to a certain point where you can't go down anymore. That's when you want to focus on squeezing your triceps into your lats, and then really think about squeezing and placing your elbows into your pockets. That's probably one of the best cues that I can give you guys. When you get to a point where you can't row down or pull down anymore, squeeze those triceps into your upper body and think about putting your elbows in your pockets, guys. I can tell you, if you change nothing else about your back training other than replace some of your pull downs with this simple variation, you're gonna notice a better contraction in your lats. You're gonna notice a greater mind to muscle neurological connection. You're gonna notice greater pump. In the long road, you're gonna notice bigger, wider, thicker lats, which is gonna lead you to having that V-taper shape, that aesthetic look that we're all going after and trying to chase. So give it a run, guys. Let me know what you thought also. I'd love to hear from you. Just try this exercise out this week and leave us a comment below. Let me know how this felt for you. What did you think about it? And is this something that you've done before? Was I wrong in assuming that you've never done this exercise before? Because I've been training in gyms for close to 20 years now, so there's very few people I ever see do this exercise other than the ones that I've shown it to. Not saying that I made it up and invented it, because I'm not taking credit for that, because I learned it from some great coaches of mine. But like I said, it does take a little bit of time, it does take a little bit of setup, but those few extra minutes spent getting this exercise set up is in the long road going to lead you to having a better physique, better mind to muscle connection, and just more efficient workouts, guys. That's what we're chasing after here on this channel, is how can we take our workouts to the next level, providing you with the best insights, best tools to build your greatest physique. So give it a run, guys, and let me know what you thought. If you are new to this channel, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Also subscribe, turn the post notifications on, so every time we release a new video, you are notified. And if you're looking for something to take your training to the next level, what I have for you is I have one free week of muscle sculpting, muscle building workouts. All you got to do is hit that first link in the description box, www.masstheticmuscle.com/free week. Enter your email address and send the workouts over to you guys right away. These are high frequency, high volume, really intelligently programmed workouts. So grab these workouts, guys. Take your physique training to the next level. Other than that, guys, really appreciate you tuning in this week, and I'll talk to you soon.